Predict the Raiders' 2020 record. I'm going to take you through week by week, and I'm going to give you score predictions on every single game coming up right now on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and I'm Mitchell Renz. Week 1 against the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. Am I going to this game? This one's 3 Chucky heads. And then you got Week 2 Monday Night Football against the Saints. Week 3 at the Patriots. Week 4 at the Bills. It is very, very important for this team to win Week 1 against Carolina because the last 5 times the Raiders went to the playoffs, they won Week 1. So you're looking at both teams last year that I think weren't really hoping to have, or didn't really have the season they were hoping for. Now the Carolina Panthers, they lose Cam Newton. You insert Teddy Bridgewater. So Week 1, my score prediction, Raiders, they get that W 27-17. I think when I see all the pieces that Carolina lost in free agency, or Luke Kuechly to retirement, I think that our running game, Josh Jacobs, is really going to be able to dominate Carolina. That's why we get the win. Let's now go to Week 2 Monday Night Football, where we get to show the world that we have the best stadium in the entire NFL. But it's against a very tough team in the New Orleans Saints. Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara. I know we added a ton of talent this year in free agency, but I don't know if we're going to be able to make up this game. So I'm going to give the win to the Saints here, 35-24. I think we kind of hang tough with them, but it's just going to be a little bit too much firepower there on offense for New Orleans. And yes, I hate to say it, but it looks like it's going to be a loss for the Raiders' first game in Vegas. Let's now go to Week 3, shall we, against the New England Patriots, a game I am very, very excited for. I get it. The Patriots last year went 12-4, but there is no more Tom Brady. Now they got a guy named Jarrett Stidham, and I don't really think that this team is going to be very good. If you don't believe me, go see where I put them in my power rankings on our main Chat Sports channel. So I got the Raiders winning this football game 20-13. It's going to be, I would imagine, a tough game in Foxborough. They're probably going to play a little bit better, and I get that Carr doesn't play well in cold games. I'm hoping it's still September. It's going to be warmed up, and I think the Raiders are going to be able to get the win. Now, let's stick here in the AFC East, and you got the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills are going to be traveling to Vegas, but the Bills do scare me because I think when you look at physicality, when you look at what they have on offense with Stephon Diggs, and then you look at their defense is one of the best units in the entire league. So I am actually going to have the Raiders losing this game as well at home, 17-13. It's just going to be a tough football game. Both teams are going to beat each other up. But if the Raiders can come out and beat this Buffalo Bills team, I'm going to totally change my mindset on how many wins that we can go out and have. So if you love the Raiders and you want all things Raiders the entire offseason for the low price of $0.00, subscribe to the Raiders Report because I'm going to be giving you the latest news. We got rumors, and we're going to be doing more live shows here. So go ahead, click that sub button, and if you can't find the sub button, I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it in the description. But if you love the Raiders, subscribe to the Raiders Report. Okay, let's go through this stretch of the season. Week 5 at the Chiefs, not going to be an easy game. Then we got that Week 6 bye, Week 7 versus the Bucs, Week 8 at the Browns, and then Week 9 at the Chargers. So let's dive now into this Kansas City Chiefs game. Last year when the Raiders played the Chiefs in Kansas City, it wasn't pretty. Just point blank, 35-3 loss, but this is a much different football team. I think that they're going to be able to play better, and they're going to be able to hang with Patrick Mahomes. However, on the road in Arrowhead, I'm going to give this one to the Kansas City Chiefs. They win this game 38-21. So at this point, the Raiders now are 2-3. And if you're at 2-3, you might be getting a little bit worried. It's okay. Remember, they have that Week 6 bye. You can regroup, and that means you get 2 weeks to prepare for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Las Vegas. So both teams last year at 7-9. But Tampa Bay added Tom Brady. They add Rob Gronkowski. They have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. If you want to test to see how much better our secondary is, this is the game to do it. And I think with 2 weeks of preparation, the Raiders, they're going to get the win here, 28-27, and an absolute nail-biter. It's going to be the Raiders' first win in the new stadium. And I'm excited. I'm excited that it's going to be on Sunday Night Football. And I am hoping I am able to go to this game because all I want the entire time, I hope at least one person types Tuck Rule, Tuck That, and I hope the entire stadium is chanting Tuck Rule once Tom Brady comes out. So this now puts the Raiders' record, okay, at 3-4, and now you're going up against the Cleveland Browns. So Cleveland Browns here. Both teams, or the Raiders 7-9, Browns 6-10. This is a game where I think if the Raiders were home, they'd get the win. But since this one is on the road in Week 8, I think the Raiders actually lose this one. And now the Raiders' record actually after this football game goes to 3-4. So the bottom, it's 3-4. So the Raiders lose this game. And now you're looking at Week 9, okay? Week 9 coming up, and this is going to be a stretch of some tough football games. Now you got Week 9 going up against the Chargers, and you're down 3-4. So you got to get a win here. And I know it's in L.A., but I watched the game last year, and I know they have a new stadium and all, but this is going to be a Raiders home game, and I think they're going to match up very well. So the Raiders, they're going to get the win here to move to 24-17 win to move to 4-4 on the season at 500. I can already tell a bunch of y'all are probably going to be getting a little bit nervous, but 9 weeks through the season with that Week 6 bye, I think that this Las Vegas Raiders team is going to be around that 4-4 record. And if you don't agree with me, remember, get active in the comments section. Now, I do have a special deal on today's show, chatsports.com/RaidersMask. Listen, I don't really like being able to, I don't like the situation the world's in, but if we do have to wear masks at football games, at least wear one that's got a Raiders logo. I found these, and if you want this one, you just got to go to chatsports.com/RaidersMask. So they're only $24.99, so you can get all 3 of those masks for under $25, but hurry up before they go, because what I'm worried is you get tickets, you can't find a face mask that you want, and then you might not be able to go to the game. Chatsports.com/RaidersMask. Just wear it. Stay safe. I love y'all. Let's now go to Week 10 versus the Denver Broncos. Week 11 versus the Kansas City Chiefs at the Falcons. And then I need that revenge game at the Jets because I got to rub it in my dad's face a little bit. So both teams finished 7-9, the Broncos and the Raiders. But this one is in Las Vegas. And I think that when I look at how these teams match up, if we can slow down Phillip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon, I don't think that Drew Lock is that good of a quarterback. And I think that we are going to be able to establish the run again with Jacobs and get Darren Waller involved. So I'm going to go with the Raiders win here, 31-17. This now puts Vegas at 5-4. And for those of you that remember last year, we were 5-4, feeling pretty confident. And things started to kind of spiral out of control. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again this year. Let's now go to Week 11 against the Chiefs. And last season, we lost 28-10 in a tough game against the Chiefs, but we gave up all 28 points in the second quarter. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. I'm hoping that we can hang a little bit tougher, but I just don't think we have enough firepower yet to beat the Chiefs. So, yes, I have the Raiders losing to the Chiefs both times this year. This time, though, 28-24. It's just too much Patrick Mahomes, too much offensive firepower. The Raiders now drop to 5-5. Let's now go to Week 12, back to the NFC South, where we're going to battle the Atlanta Falcons. And the Falcons finish at 7-9. And, yes, I love Julio Jones, and I think Matt Ryan is a pretty solid quarterback as well. I think that the Raiders are actually a better football team than the Falcons. But I think the Falcons are going to win this game 31-21. And I think we're going to really, really prepare for the Chiefs, maybe not put as much attention on the Falcons. And if I've learned anything, Atlanta plays a lot better in that Georgia Dome, and I think it's going to be a tough travel back and forth. So I have the Raiders losing this game, dropping to 5-6, which means Week 13, I've had this one circled for the soon as I saw it. We lost last year to the Jets 34-3, and that can't happen again. We can't let that happen. So the Raiders, they march into East Rutherford. They're going to pick up a win, 28-14. They're going to make Sam Darnold see ghosts. They're going to really pound the football with Jacobs, establish the physicality with Richie Incognito, Rodney Hudson, Trent Brown. The Raiders are going to be 6-6 after Week 13. So we're getting down to the final stretch. And if you think that the Raiders are going to make the playoffs this year, I want you to like this video. But it hasn't been such a good run, we'll say, since my lifetime for the Raiders going to the playoffs. So maybe we can get in there in 2020. So here are the last 5 times the Raiders went to the playoffs. In 2016, it was unfortunate. Had a great year going 12-4. Derek Carr injury happened, and then we had to watch just a horrible Connor Cook game in 2016. And then it was 2002. But in 1993, the fact that there is a 1993 on here, that's when I was born. But what I'm hoping is y'all like the video, and then when I make this video next year, it says Las Vegas Raiders 2020. Let's now go to Week 14 against the Indianapolis Colts. But wait a minute. They got a familiar face now at quarterback. And, Phillip, I hope you play as bad as you did against the Raiders last year. And I think this is going to be a pretty good football game. The Colts made some good moves this offseason. I like what they did in the draft as well. However, I just think that the Raiders know Phillip Rivers very, very well, and our defense is better. So I'm going to give the Raiders a win here, 21-18, which now is going to take them to 7-6 on the season. And I think if you're the Raiders, this is where you really need to start turning it on, right? Because if you're going to make that final playoff push, if you're going to win the AFC West or at least have a chance, you got to start winning these kind of football games. So you got Week 15 on Thursday Night Football against the Los Angeles Chargers. And I don't really want to take the Chargers lightly. I get that they no longer have their quarterback, and it could be Justin Herbert. It could be Tyrod Taylor at this point. And I think if the Chargers stay healthy, they're going to be a tough football team. However, I think at this point, normally, the Chargers do face a lot of injuries, and the Raiders, they're going to get a win here, 27-16, moving their record now to 8-6. And with that extra playoff spot, I'm thinking maybe they're starting to smell some blood in the water. Maybe this young team is starting to rally together and really start making a push. Like, wait a minute, we're a legit team. We can go ahead and make the playoffs. So now let's dive into Week 16, where the Raiders, they're going to end up battling the Miami Dolphins. And the Dolphins are an intriguing team, and I understand they got Tua, and they've made some good moves in free agency with Byron Jones. But as you can see, I'm giving the Raiders a W here, 31-13. I just think that we are going to match up with them very, very well. And where they're stronger, we're just a little bit stronger. And I think you're going to see a young team in the Dolphins, well, on offense, really struggle down the stretch. The Raiders, they get that win 31-13, now at 9-6. So we're at Week 17. And last year, Week 17 was a rough game against the Denver Broncos. We lost 16-15. But I think that we really should have won that game, and it was a pretty bad call at the end. However, we have not been able to beat Denver in Denver. I think that changes this year. I think the Raiders go ahead, they win this football game. It's close, though. Like, it would not surprise me if this one went down to the very, very final drive. But I got the Raiders winning this game 21-20, which means the Raiders' final record is at 10-6. And for anybody that doesn't think that's possible, they were 7-9 last year. They got so much better during the free agency, and obviously they got better in the draft. And they were a bad call against the Jags and a tip ball against the Broncos to be in 9-7. So 10-6, I think, is a very, very realistic option for this Las Vegas Raiders team. So if you made it this far in the video, let me know which games you're going to. I think I'm going to be going to the Carolina Panthers game. So if you're near Charlotte, if you're near Raleigh, hit me up on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. But if you got an extra ticket and you're looking for somebody to go to the game with you, hit me up, put it in the comments section. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. YouTube.com/Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.